Good morning, lovely people. It's Monday morning, and Oz and I are up so early. I actually had to grab him up and put him in the bed. Put him in the car. He was still asleep. We are headed to, and I'm rocking this heating pad. My neck and back are still really bothering me, and it's just the weirdest thing. I'll talk about that in a second, but we are on the way to babysit this morning. So our nurse practitioner that we go to church with, her dad's husband is really sick and dying, and so he stays home with the kids. He's an architect and he works out of his house. And the oldest kid is in first grade. Walton goes to pre-K a couple days a week, but he doesn't go on Monday. And so she texted me yesterday and said, "Hey, I need a babysitter. Can you do it tomorrow?" And I said, "Sure, but I can't do it Tuesday." So we're on our way now. But the worst part is I had to wake Oz up because he would still be asleep. It's 7:30, and some mornings he's up at like 6:45 or 6:30, but today he was still asleep. So I hate not giving him the opportunity to sleep when he can. But it's his life. I guess if I had a job, we'd have to be up before that. I feel guilty every day. So anyways, why is there cold air coming out of that? I just turned that off. My heat air just came on. Weird. So the heating pad, y'all. So you know this has been going on since August, because I originally thought that was one of the reasons I was having a heart attack. I was having this back and neck pain, kind of radiated to my arm and a little bit to my jaw. And then I was having this chest pain, and then that's what kind of got the ball rolling on getting some help, finding out what was going on, realizing that I had major GERD, then finding out I had a hiatal hernia. So last week I went to the chiropractor, and I was asking him the correlation between having GERD or hiatal hernia and upper back pain. He was like, absolutely, there is one. But it's just so odd because there's no rhyme or reason. The only time, so right after the very first initial time I went to the doctor about this pain, the girl blew me off, basically. It was a friend of mine. She kind of blew me off. Well, then when I broke down and went back in, like, where did I go? November? She took me serious. And then she got the ball rolling. She did the EKG, found out things were fine. And then so when she initially gave me the pantoprazole and the 2 ranitidines a day, all the pain kind of stopped for a little while. And sometimes I'd have back pain, or sometimes have a little chest pain, but they wouldn't be together. My face looks awful. Anyways, you guys know this. I don't know why I'm complaining. And I know you're tired of hearing me complain. It's not one thing, it's another. I've decided that I'm just falling apart, because after 35, you just go downhill. Right? Right. So I'm probably just lucky to be functioning at all. Anyways, so they did all that crazy mess. And then of course I ran out of the prescription, and things were okay for a little while. I don't know, guys. And it's been okay, but it's just gotten worse again. And the odd, weird thing is it's not when I move a certain way. And it's like the last couple nights, I ran out of space. So I took some Tylenol, and it didn't even cut it. And typically the Tylenol does help it a little. But then yesterday after church, on the way home from church, I felt it easing up. And then when we got home from church, I was fine. And I was fine most of the afternoon. It started hurting again I got up. I tried to lay down with Oz, but I got up because I was having reflux. Acid reflux. It just kept coming up. I'd had a little bit of like this sugar-free pudding thing yesterday after lunch, and I don't know if it just was too much or maybe too full, or if it was the fact that it was dairy. I don't know. But I got up then. I couldn't lay down with him because it just kept having this reflux. I had all my medicine for the day, by the way. And I got up and I took something else, and I tried to lay back down. It happened again, so I just got up. And then finally after the ease, I kind of snoozed on the couch a little bit. Well, then I got up from the nap yesterday, and initially I felt okay, but then later in the evening, Oz and I didn't go to church last night because I just didn't feel good, and that pain was worse again. It's the weirdest thing. I was hurting when I went to bed last night. It wasn't the worst that it's been, but it was hurting again, and I finally got calmed down in the bed enough that I could just rest. I woke up several times in the night with it bothering me. But this morning, it initially felt okay when I first got up, but then it started hurting again. So who knows? There's just no rhyme or reason. It's not with a certain movement. It's not when I've been down. It's not, and maybe it is. I've been really mindful and trying to pay attention to when these things are better and when they're worse. I had finally decided it was related to the GERD. And so I've been for sure taking the ranitidine twice a day, but I haven't really noticed a difference. So on top of the pantoprazole. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm sure I'll just suffer, but I'm sure I'll just deal with it. But I just feel bad because I don't have time in my day to be hurting, and I don't have time in my day to be thinking about it, or even, I just don't have time. I do not have time. I've got too much going on. We have so much coming up in the fall. I just don't have time to be hurting. The summer, I'm gonna have Bree's kids most of the summer. It's gonna be awful. So, I don't know. I may try to see the chiropractor again this week, but I can't go today because I have Walton, and I can't go tomorrow because we're supposed to go to the zoo late in the afternoon because it's free in the state of Tennessee if you go after 2 o'clock. The zoo's like 2.5 hours from us, so we're going with my cousin Faith and all her kids. We're just gonna make a slow trip and take a picnic and stuff. We're gonna ride in her car, so that will all be free. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. Anyways, I was going to show you foods, but this video is going to be so long, so I guess I'm just recapping the weekend. I had a pretty good weekend. My food was pretty on point. Yesterday was great. I'm back to using my Fitness Pal. If you get on there, and I don't know if my diary is available. I think it is. If you get on there, you're going to see that my stats are not exactly keto. I am testing things out. I am just taking a moment to kind of take a break and just see what my body will do with a little more carbs. Yesterday I had 26 carbs. Yeah. And so it was basically protein and vegetables. I will also tell you that I only had like 600 calories yesterday, and that was not on purpose, but it just is what it is. And I was initially hungry right before bed, but I knew I didn't want to eat before bed because then it comes up and I'm miserable. So I just chugged some water and took a shower, and it seemed to help some. So anyways, all right guys, we will see you tomorrow. Oh, I gotta make an inspiration video. All right, bye.